Hello everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to view this beautiful Kunzite. I'm David Sod from Skyjems, and let me show you this wonderful gem. So the stone's weighing in at 12.01 carats. If you check out the link in the video description, you can see some more pictures and the full details there. You have the measurements and everything, all the details are there for you. So this is a absolutely spectacular stone. It has that really wonderful purplish pink color that we expect from Kunzite, and it's a special stone. It's very clean. There's a couple of very minor eye visible inclusions. I think we can see them from the back a little bit better. Let's see if there we go. So seeing them, I caught it for a second. There we go. You can see near the tip there, and then over here in the corner. That one you can see. From the front, you can't see much because the cutting is lovely, and the brilliancy of the cutting really hides those eye visible inclusions. Under 10 times magnification, obviously, if there's eye visible inclusions, there's some more inclusions visible under 10 times magnification. So this is a absolutely stunning piece. This is going to make a wonderful piece of jewelry. So this cut is actually called a modified heart brilliant. I don't technically. The only people that call it a modified heart brilliant are gemologists, jewelers, gem dealers, and the public usually call them a fat pear. And that's actually what I call them too. It's a fat pear. It makes more sense to the person on the other side when I say this is a fat pear, because it doesn't have the notch that a heart would have, right? So anyway. Kunzite was originally found by a man named George Kunz in the early 1900s. So he was the gemstone buyer, the colored gemstone buyer for Tiffany & Company, and he was also very popular socially in among the richest and most powerful people in New York and along the eastern seaboard of the United States. So he would go and he'd go to these parties and he'd tell people stories about, going and discovering gems, and of course he would tell people about the gem that he discovered, and he would say it's my gem, and it's, it's named Kunzite, so it's very much his gem. And people would come into Tiffany, and as the story goes, people would come into Tiffany & Company and say, I want a piece of jewelry made with one of George's stones. So Kunzite at the beginning of the 1900s was actually very, very popular among the rich and powerful in the United States. And then it kind of dropped off a bit, and there wasn't much material to be found. And then I guess they found some deposits in Brazil. And again, the very rich people who had, a jeweler that would call them up and say, I just bought a beautiful gem, come see it. Those people would have access to it at that point. But now, over the past 10 years, the internet, with more material being available from Afghanistan, and the ability to ship something anywhere in the world, now kind of like regular people are getting to enjoy Kunzite. And the interesting thing is that Kunzite, you see the price of this gem. Kunzite is not a terribly expensive gem yet, but it is incredibly rare, especially in this kind of quality, right? Once you're getting into the gem qualities. So what I believe is going to happen over the next number of years is we're going to see more and more people wanting Kunzite jewelry, and because there's not very much supply, I think we're probably going to see prices really, really skyrocket over the next, for sure, over the next 10, 15 years. And I think that we will probably see Kunzite eventually, you know, in the not so distant future, because it is such a pretty gem. I think we're going to see Kunzite, you know, kind of spoken about in the same way as aquamarine and tourmaline, that everybody will know what it is. They will not necessarily, many people will have one, but at least everybody will know what it is. So, but for now, it's quite nice to have an exclusive gem that more or less nobody's heard of, and you can't find, you don't find it. If you go to a mall jewelry store and you ask them for, you know, if they have any Kunzite jewelry, it's very unlikely that they are going to have anything. And I mean, if you're just talking to sales staff, it's totally possible they don't even know what Kunzite is. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you want a piece of jewelry made with this, let me know, send me the design, and I can, you know, give you a quote, or I can, you know, just give you some design ideas that I would like to do with this gem, and give you a quote. If you have anything else to contact me about, let me know. I love to hear from my customers. And again, the more info and pictures are available in the description. Thanks so much.